Welcome to the sixth session of our AP Information Night webinar. And in this session, we will deal with what is probably our most frequently asked question in regards to grade 8s and how do they enter and prepare for advanced placement. And that is simply, how do I apply and what are the requirements? We've outlined some of the requirements in earlier slides, specifically our discussion of the student profile, where we're looking for students who are working above grade level to be prepared to take on above grade level content and skills. We're also asking you to really evaluate yourself and share the learning skills that your teachers give on report cards in order to identify the readiness and some of those intangibles. Are we prepared? Are we organized? Are we sometimes frustrated with the pace of instruction that we highlight in that student profile section that we discussed earlier? Also in this slide, we'll go over the nuts and bolts of the application. Where do you find the application? What documentation is required? As well as some questions we regularly have about what if we're living in another school's boundary and how does busing work for students within the AP program?
Okay, so I'm going to use the next few slides to take you through the online application process for our Advanced Placement Preparation Program for incoming grade 9 students for the 2022-2023 school year. This application will be available online on our www.wearebr.ca website under the Advanced Placement heading beginning November 1st through to December 1st. To complete the application, you will, 1, require a gmail.com email account, which you can create by visiting www.google.ca, clicking sign in, and then create account if you do not already have one. If you do already have one, you will be using that Gmail account to complete the survey. You will also need a scanned copy of your child's grade 7 June report card, which should be uploaded as a single PDF file. So to re-emphasize, the application due date will be up to December 1st, 2021. Admissions will be based on the following criteria. So that grade 7 June report card that will be submitted on the online application, we'll be looking at the grades reflected in that, as well as number 2, an evaluation of your child's learning skills as shown on that grade 7 report card. For students who are applying outside of our board, additional registration documents will be required once the student is admitted to the AP program. Parents will be notified of admissions decisions through email on January 17th, 2022. This will be the email that you provide on the online AP preparation application, so please ensure the spelling of your email is accurate so we may contact you. So once students are accepted to the Advanced Placement Preparation Program, when they receive an email from us, there are a few steps to consider dependent on the elementary school the student is coming from. So for our family of schools for Bishop Reading, which include St. Anthony, Holy Rosary, Our Lady of Victory, St. Peter, and St. Benedict, these students will be filling out their chosen Bishop Reading courses through their myblueprint.ca accounts with the help of their grade 8 teachers. They can choose the AP courses they will be applying to through their MyBlueprint accounts, but also must apply for these courses through the online application previously discussed in the past slide. A $65 school activity fee should also be paid through the school's School Cash Online account. For HCDSB schools that are not within the 5 family of schools, successful applicants will be emailed a fillable course selection form known as an option sheet, whereby they can select their accepted AP courses and other courses to be taken in the grade 9 year. Instructions for the $65 student activity fee will also be sent at this time. Lastly, for non-board schools, so that is all students applying to the AP preparation program that are not within the Halton Catholic District School Board, accepted AP students will be emailed instructions as well on how to register their child through the board link provided on this slide deck, as well as a fillable course selection form and instructions for the student activity fee.
And again, we as a team are aware that you are new to this process, new to entering a high school or secondary school environment, and we're aware that we're giving you a lot of information in this specific session. What's important for you to know is that there are a series of steps. We will follow up each step with communication of what the next step will entail. For now, the only step you need to be concerned with is the application process to join AP, in which you would be presenting your grade 7 report card and completing that process. One important piece of information for all families looking to apply to AP and understanding the AP commitment and what that means to us is that all students in the city of Milton are welcome to attend Bishop Reading for AP. With that comes a commitment to continue and challenge themselves in the AP program. Students who are enrolled in AP, Extended French, and Immersion programs are not required to live within the traditional student boundary for Bishop Reading. The boundary for those programs is all of Milton. When we look at the cross-boundary students who attend and withdraw from AP, they will be redirected to their home school. Cross-boundary siblings of AP preparation or AP students cannot attend Bishop Reading unless they're also in one of those programs mentioned before. So while there is no boundary for the Bishop Reading Advanced Placement students, you are required to be in the Advanced Placement program in order to make that larger Milton boundary apply to you, and it does not apply to siblings. An important addition to that discussion on boundaries is also transportation. So while the boundary for AP students is effectively all of Milton, it's important to note that transportation and traditional busing is only available to students within the Bishop Reading boundary. Cross-boundary students attending the AP program do not require a cross-boundary form. However, they are responsible for their own transportation. Oftentimes, this is a concern for families and students, but what I can assure you is what sometimes feels like a bit of a challenge we have to overcome actually becomes a bit of freedom for our students who live outside our boundaries. They often feel that once they learn how to navigate getting to school on their own, many of them using Milton Transit, will feel a bit of freedom when they go and take on extra opportunities such as a part-time job or participate in the number of extracurricular activities we have available at Bishop Reading. They no longer have to wait for mom and dad to pick them up after work. For many of you, that's hours after those programs end. And they feel a little bit of freedom to be able to connect with them and build their own social structures using those Milton Transit navigational skills that they were required to use to access Bishop Reading and the AP program. So while this is a little bit of a wrinkle to our boundary of students, it's one that oftentimes students and families appreciate once they have mastered the skill and are familiar with the Milton Transit and navigating those options available to them.